Hi, welcome. In this video, I wanted to talk about the collateral damage caused by way of this very popular idea that training is a learning-based exercise once a relationship problem is already underway between a dog and owner. And within the framework of response, how that sets in motion a counterfeit picture change for many dogs and owners who are assuming that those responses can be trusted as relating to perception of dogs changing, which again is inherently flawed based on defining what a process represents. I talk about that. I encourage you to watch my videos about that. But here's the thing about, the collateral damage part of this. I talk about by way of both these groups of dog trainers who are marketing this inherently flawed idea. By way of those who identify as balanced dog trainers and force-free dog trainers. Because understand something here, when you come into agreement with a lie, and I talk about how it is that this very popular idea is in fact a lie based again on what it represents, that there's always consequences to a lie. And the consequences to this lie come by way of blaming dogs. Okay, dogs being the sacrificial pawns by way of this very popular idea. And you'll see it. You'll see it through, even articles written by trainers who will, again, you'll see a certain point where they're like talking about aggressive dogs, and they're talking about, well, there's something like medically wrong with the dog, the dog's DNA. They go on and on, which is total, in most cases, total garbage. Because here's the point: if there's something seriously wrong genetically with the dog is going to be so clear initially. Okay, it's going to be, you're going to see it. If it's related to a relationship issue by way of aggression, well, guess what? It's totally predictable. You can connect the dots. I deal with it all the time. It's reversible, but not reversible by those who are engaged in this superficial idea that does not connect dots properly. So again, the collateral damage, especially with aggressive dogs, is to euthanize the dog. I see it all the time. And understand that balanced dog trainers engage in the same narrative, because again, that's the point, the collateral damage part of it. So understand that when you come into agreement with this idea, understand that blame shifting is part of the package deal. Okay, understand that it goes right along with the package deal. And the sad reality of all this is because the majority of trainers, okay, balanced and force-free, consist of basically 99% of all dog trainers, out there, because they're all engaged in a level of blame shifting. Blaming dogs seems to be normal. Okay, it's become normalized, and this plays into breed-specific bans. And think about it. When I talk about certain breeds, such as say pit bulls, why do you think they get a bad rap? Well, because this idea, all right, is perpetuates everything. It's the default setting for those who are seeking help with their dog, and so dogs that have a higher level of social need, that tend to gain more control in the relationship with their owners, such as pit bulls, guess what? They expose the underbelly of this corrupt idea. So guess what? Well, instead of actually confronting the idea itself as the problem, well, no, can't do that, because trainers are making money here, and this is a rigged game anyway. Understand that. So guess what? Oh, we got to blame the dogs, right? It's blame shifting. That's what breed-specific bans represents, blame shifting. And so again, my encouragement is anybody out there who's dealing with a relationship problem with their dog, who's going on social media, kind of like looking around, like what's the solution, is do not believe anything that balanced dog trainers and force-free trainers are saying on social media. Don't believe it. Okay, understand it's a joke. Understand, because here's the point: when the chips are down, okay, when you go to any of these trainers for help with their dog, and you encounter a picture problem at a response level, and the relationship isn't getting better, And guess what? Guess what's going to happen? They're going to blame your dog. They do it all the time. I mean, it goes on all the time. And so people, again, end up in a worse position, because then you think, well, these are experts. They're not experts, okay? They're not experts. That word is hijacked, okay? Being hijacked. I mean, these are the same trainers that can't even talk about the real issue because they're in agreement with it. And the point I make is, how can you possibly talk about the real issue when that's what you're marketing? Okay, I mean, why do you think you go on the live streams and you never hear a whisper from any of these trainers? I haven't had a single balanced or force-free trainer in all the years, okay, respond directly to what I'm saying regarding this counterfeit picture set in motion, learning theory, its application, connecting dots. I haven't heard a single word about it because they can't respond to it. And it's very interesting is that the most upset group, dealing with the information I put out, guess what group it is? You would think that it's force-free dog trainers. No, it's actually balanced trainers who are the most upset over what I have to say, because they're playing both sides of the fence here, and so force-free trainers are quiet with what I have to say. You know what? Because I think they know. Okay, I mean, they can play against balanced dog trainers much more easily, because balanced dog trainers, they're in a trap, and so they can send them into a state of a speed wobble very quickly over challenging them over, say, remote callers, because they don't have good answers. But when I draw that line, that's the point I make. I draw that line, and you watch my videos. You hear balanced dog trainers talk about, oh yeah, we do clicker training. Well, guess what? I wouldn't even sit on the same table as clicker trainers years ago, because I understood the issue. It wasn't just about clicker trainers, but this idea of balanced dog trainers. Why do you think that they sound just like force-free trainers, but they're trying to have it both ways, and force-free trainers aren't allowing it? Okay, they're being kicked off the fence. Well, it all makes sense once you start to understand what's going on. So again, my encouragement is understand the blame shifting is collateral damage from this corrupt idea, and both these groups are part of it. And it only seems normal because of the fact that what comprises the dog training community is both these groups, okay? I mean, that's the problem, is that this started a long time ago, and look at all the problems. If you look at, I don't care what it is, if it's breed-specific bans, you look at the divisiveness happening, look at all the confusion, all the anger, everything directly points towards what I'm saying. Because when you embrace a lie, that's what it brings on. Thanks for watching.